Assalamualaikum and greetings to everyone. My name is Nuidina binti Zainal and I am from class MLG 120 4C. For my written report 1, I proofread and edited a business document written by 4 students from the Bachelor of Business Administration at UniKL. The reason I choose this document is that I found their project proposal to be very interesting and I want to analyze how students from non-English based program will present their business document. I also get the opportunity to observe how different language proficiency can affect the quality of a written report. Even though I found their proposal to be very true to its format and is very complete, their writing still had many errors. Thus, my focus for today's presentation was to identify and explain these errors and improve the clarity of the document. So, without further ado, let's begin with the error analysis overview. I had made a pie chart analysis to calculate the most frequent error category. And as can be seen from the slide next to me, there are 4 categories with the most frequent mistakes. Most mistakes are from the subject-verb agreement with 20%. The second one is from part of speech with 15.6%. The third one is from punctuation with the same percentage as part of speech, which is also 15.6%. And the last one is from tense with 13.3%. Today, I will be analyzing only these 4 most frequent errors. Now, moving on to the first major error category, which is the subject-verb agreement. Based on my observation, this might be the reasons why this keeps happening. First, these authors had difficulties in matching singular subjects with singular verbs and plural subjects with plural verbs. Thus, these errors may have occurred because of the confusion about the subject-verb agreement rules. In addition, they might believe that singular subjects use the verb without S, while plural subjects use the verb with S. Then, I have provided the evidence as you can see in the slide next to me. For example, in the first sentence, tourists should be tourists. In the second sentence, various places should be various places. Then, in the last sentence, Malaysia experience should be Malaysia experiences. Now, moving on to the second major error category made by these authors is the part of speech category. Based on my observation, this might be the reasons why this keeps happening. These authors miss up word classes and misuse grammatical forms such as noun, adjectives, and adverbs. These errors might have occurred because of the limited understanding of English grammar rules and sentence structure. They might also be unfamiliar with how different parts of speech functions in sentences and how words change form depending on the part of the sentence. Then, I have provided evidence as you can see in the slides next to me. For example, in the first sentence, renting machine should be rental machine. In the second sentence, to examining should be to examine. Then, in the last sentence, to prove should be to prove. Now, moving on to the third major error category made by these authors is the punctuation category. Based on my observation, these authors omitted or misused punctuation marks, which affected clarity and readability. These errors might have occurred because there's uncertain about the punctuation rules. They might also have a limited understanding of how punctuation rules and grammar structures work together to increase the clarity of the sentences. Then, I have provided the evidence as you can see in the slides next to me. For example, in the first sentence, various places like the comma after like should be removed. In the second sentence, China's has an incorrect possessive apostrophe usage. Then, in the last sentence, one day rental is missing a hyphen between the words one and day. Now, moving on to the fourth And last major error category made by these authors is in the tense category. Based on my observation, these authors had difficulty in maintaining consistent verb forms in sentences. These errors might have occurred because of these authors' lack of understanding of grammar rules, especially in verb forms and tense consistency. They might also be confused about how grammar changes depending on the time frames and context of the sentence. Then, I've provided the evidence as you can see in the slides next to me. For example, in the first sentence, we have should be we had and managed to should be managed to. Then, in the second sentence, agree should be changed to agreed. In conclusion, I have successfully identified major errors in this proposal, and the final proposal is clearer, more organized, and professional. That is all from me. Thank you for listening.